What's up, guys? Happy Sunday to you. Happy Valentine's Day if you're celebrating, or I don't know what you're doing. I'm recording this video a few days before Valentine's Day because I am taking today to enjoy and celebrate with my wife and go out. We actually haven't had, it's been like, we've been in the pandemic, since the end of March. We live in New York City. I think we've been on 2, maybe 3 dates over the course of the last year, but we have a date today planned, and so we're excited about that. But anyway, we're going to jump into the devotion. It talks about love, and it talks about in the context perfect for Valentine's Day. So I want to share this with you. It's a scripture from Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22. And it says this: the man who finds a wife finds a treasure, and he receives favor from the Lord. Now it says finding the right partner or spouse is not easy, nor is it something that should be taken for granted. If you're single, then you understand the challenges and hardships and frustrations of not having a spouse. On the other hand, if you do have a significant other, then you understand that having a partner or spouse doesn't guarantee happiness, nor does it solve all of your problems. Ain't that the truth? It says, but if and when you're able to experience love, joy, and companionship with a spouse, then you ought to remember this is something to be treasured and cherished. Because marriage and relationships are not easy, guaranteed, or promised, you must not take for granted what God has blessed you with. So if you have this special someone in your life, decide today to thoughtfully express and show how much you value and treasure them. Now, this is, I know for many of you, you understand if you've been in a relationship, if you've been married, if you are married, you know exactly where this devotion is coming from. It's not easy. It's not something that just happens naturally. Two people trying to become one, and each person thinks the other should become like them. That's just not a normal thing, or it's not an easy thing to undertake. And if you're single, then you know the difficulty or the frustration or the sadness, even the loneliness of being that. And this goes to all people, whether you're single because you've not met someone yet, whether you're single because you're divorced or separated, or you've lost a loved one, a spouse or a partner, whatever the case may be. The lesson from today, the takeaway is that if and when you have that person, to not take it for granted. Because again, it's a gift from God. It's not something that comes just on its own, and you don't just walk into it every single day of your life. And I'll share on a personal level, my wife and I will celebrate 14 years of marriage this summer, and which is kind of crazy to think about. But we almost, in 7 years into our marriage, almost ended up getting a divorce. And there's a whole backstory to that I've shared at other times, and I don't necessarily need to go into it today. But we were literally days away from meeting with a divorce attorney before this divine intervention and God kind of providing a breakthrough in a significant way. And the reason I bring that up is because it's always reminded me not to take for granted what we have today. Thank God we have not just a restored marriage, but almost like a brand new marriage. We're happy, we're thriving together, we're growing closer together as a couple, as a family, and in the Lord. But I don't take it for granted, because I realize that, a series of bad decisions could lead us right back down on that path and take us right back to where we were 7 years ago. And so I want to be thoughtful. I want to be considerate. I want to be aware. I want to be grateful for what God has blessed me with. But also I want to be a good steward of that. And I want to care for my relationship and nurture my relationship with my wife in order to protect what God has provided us. So I hope this encourages you today. I hope you have a great day, whatever you're doing. And we'll see you guys back here tomorrow with day number 15.